Can you hear me okay? Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes.
All right. Well, hello, everybody. My name's Jeff Green, and I'm the expedition leader and founder here on Canada C3, and also of Students on Ice. And it's great to see you guys. I'm here with, well, first of all, I'm here in Paulituck, Northwest Territories, in the Inuvialuit region of the Canadian Arctic. And we've had an incredible journey sailing all the way around Canada's coastline. We left Toronto on the 1st of June, and we've been on this extraordinary journey on Canada's oceans ever since. We're almost all the way through the Northwest Passage now, here in Paulituck. In a few more days, we'll be in Tuktoyaktuk and then Herschel Island, and then from there we head into Alaskan waters, all the way around Alaska and down the west coast of Canada to Victoria, BC at the end of October. It's a journey of many things, of science, of education, of youth engagement, of truth and reconciliation, for trying to heal the relationship between Indigenous and non-Indigenous Canadians, and try to hear a lot of stories about our history, some of it not so good, not good at all, in fact. But it's today what we're thrilled to be doing is connecting with you guys. I know all of you, many of you, and I'm so proud of all of you guys being there in Chile as ambassadors for our oceans. And I hope it's going great. I'd love to be able to just talk to you for hours. But we're in a special place here, and I'm joined today here on the front deck of the ship by two amazing people that are working very hard on ocean conservation and science. One is Noel Green, my long-lost brother. And we've just met today, but Noel's worked really hard over the years to establish the Darnley Bay Marine Protected Area. It's one of the newest marine protected areas in Canada, and it's the first MPA that's really been driven and created using traditional knowledge only. And I think it's a great model for ocean conservation going forward. And Noel's going to share a bit of his experience. And then also we have our chief scientist on Canada C3, Dr. Mark Graham. Mark is from the Canadian Museum of Nature, one of our big partners. And Mark's been on board for 7 legs of the journey conducting our research project. So with all of that, yeah, behind us here, you can see Darnley Bay. This is Darnley Bay. And the community of Paulituck's just over here. And we're also joined today by one of the Canadian Navy frigates, the HMCS Edmonton. And we're really happy to see those guys. We're going to be working with them later on this afternoon. So anyway, Noel, I wonder if you could maybe tell us a bit more about the new Darnley Bay Marine Protected Area, and why was that important for your community to establish?
Well, the importance of the marine protected area was due to our beluga, seals, and the char. And when we first started negotiating, we had a larger area. We stretched all the way from the Black River, all along the eastern coast there, and down through Paulituck, all along
Bridge.
Okay. All along the Darnley Bay area.
Still doing the interview on the bow there, yeah.
It's okay, keep going. Mark, why don't you jump in? I'm just gonna have to go talk to somebody on the bridge, but I'll let you guys keep talking to Mark and to Noel, and I'll see you guys in a minute.
But, I was saying the first MPA that we tried to negotiate was a pretty large area, and it stretched all the way along the coastline right out to Cape Perry and over to the Booth Island and right to Diamond Rock. During the negotiations, the negotiators said it was too huge of an area. So we went back to the elders and talked to them where we'd like to have it start. So we ended up by going by Solvak, Arco Bay, where the MPAS is now.
And when was the official opening of or the start of the MPA?
The opening of the MPA was just this summer due to government turnover. New government took over, so it held us back, over a year and a half, I believe.
So these,
But it is officially open now. And it's officially recognized as a marine protected area.
and it's important for your conservation of the fish that are here and the belugas,
Yes.
the kinds of animals that are important for your communities
Yes.
to use.
Yes, that's the main reason for our MPA is for the protection of our marine life out here in Beaufort and Tampa Bay area.
And one of the really important things I think about the establishment of this area is the initiation and now the management all is based on in your community.
Management, they're still in negotiations with DFO and FGNC. So it's just a start now. I believe it'll go on as smoothly as when we negotiated the MPA.
One of the great things about Canada C3 voyage is that we've had the great opportunity ever since we left Toronto to stop in at communities to talk to people who are involved in conservation initiatives. None as significant or as huge as the one that your community is working on. But yeah, we have this great opportunity to talk to people, and we also are doing some research on our own of our own from based on scientists from all across Canada who wanted us to gather samples from them, many of them coming on board in the voyage with them. And so we're supporting 23 different projects, some of them that are specific to the West Coast. A lot of them were interested in the Arctic. And we've just been talking about one of them in particular. It's about how animals that don't usually use these waters are starting to be seen up here. And one of the ones that fisheries people who are thinking about the Arctic were interested in was sightings of killer whales, kinds of whales that we are used to hearing about on the east coast of Canada and the west coast, but more and more are being seen in the Arctic. And we were just talking about killer whales here. And are killer whales seen around your conservation area?
We've heard of killer whales hanging around Banks Island area, and more to the west, what's it called, the Herschel area.
Yeah.
But we haven't seen any within the Darnley Bay area yet.
Yeah.
But we've got the belugas, the bowheads. We've had them come every year. We've never failed to not see them.
Okay.
Sometimes it may be one or two or three. But most of the time, you'd see about 10 falls of bowheads. But the largest numbers that we've ever seen within the Darnley Bay was about 30. 30 bowheads.
It's a lot of big whales all in one
Yeah,
spot.
yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for the introduction, guys. I think we're just going to open up for questions from the audience here in Chile at the Impact 4 conference. So I'm just going to ask. So if anyone at all has questions for our folks up in the Canadian Arctic right now, please do share them, and we'll ask through the live video stream. Yeah. Sure. Yeah, you can just speak right into the laptop.
Hi there. Hi, my name is Anne Dufresne from Fisheries and Oceans Canada here at Impact 4. Very excited to hear that you're in Darnley Bay with everybody there. My question is for Noel Green. What positive changes, cultural, economic, and environmental changes do you hope to see as a result of the MPA that's just been put in place?
I think on the economic side of the MPA is that they'll give a little some job for the local to do the monitoring and also patrol persons. Did you get that?
Yeah, thanks. We can hear you. Any other questions?
Make it a little louder. I'm a little hard of hearing.
We can repeat the questions for you.
Yeah.
Hi guys,
Yeah,
I'm back.
We'll repeat the next question a little louder. Any other questions from the audience for our chief scientist, the expedition leader, or our elder Noel up in Palatec?
Hello, Noel. This is Mike Wanger from Canada, and I'm also an alumni of C3. There's a lot of discussion here at the Impact Conference about climate change in the Arctic and the Antarctic. Is your community seeing any impacts of climate change over the last decade or so?
Oh yes, it's been a big change, and we have later freeze-ups. We have our late freeze-ups and early thaws. That's the big changes that we see. Also, we have the what's it called, permafrost melting. You can see along the shorelines where it's been eroded, all falling down, just gooey stuff and all that bad stuff.
Can add to that too. We're also hearing a lot from a lot of the elders across the Arctic. Just the changes in the ice, the ice that even used to travel across over to Holman, you can't make that trip anymore.
No, you can't. The ice is so thin. It's way thinner now than what it used to be. It's easy to move with the current.
Yeah.
Any little wind that you get, you have ice breaking away.
There's big changes for sure up here happening, and we're hearing story after story after story from all the local communities right across the Arctic, and we're also seeing a lot more activity. We came across a big cruise ship coming through the Northwest Passage this year. We've seen lot more private yachts coming through up here. And are you
Yes,
seeing that?
We've had private yacht over winter here a couple of years.
Huh.
He couldn't come in, so he ended up overwintering over at Arco Bay.
Okay. I wanted to mention too, and another really exciting thing that we were a part of about 3 weeks ago was the announcement of another new marine protected area, which is called Talarutiupimanga in Inuktitut, which is the Lancaster Sound National Marine Conservation Area. I know you guys know all about it, but it's the largest marine protected area now in North America. It's on track, and it's another great example of co-management between Inuit and the federal government. So it's moving Canada closer and closer to the 10% goal by 2020. But I hope we'll go way beyond 10% in the years to come. And I think a big part of that will be working with Indigenous Canadians from coast to coast to coast, and maybe even this notion of Indigenous protected areas becoming a reality. And in a way, Darnley Bay already is one, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
So how's the conference going, by the way? And I hope you guys are having a great time and learning a lot and making a difference.
Yeah.
And I hope you're not having any fun. No fun allowed, okay?
And I think Dang Dang just wanted to add a little bit more to what Noel was saying about in your region.
You asked about climate change, right? When I was younger, freeze up or melt or in the spring, when the ice melts away, you have to go like, we used to be able to go till the 20th of May, 21st, 22nd, but now it's about 2 weeks early. But the 10th of May, all the snow's gone, the ice is getting rotten, and it's hard for people to adapt to that. Because they think they could go geese and that, but it's kind of hard to travel on a snowmobile when you're driving through lots of water. And a few years ago when I went polar hunting, when we're traveling to where we're going, me and my dad stopped. We seen this part of the bank hanging off the edge. It was bigger than my house. And that's a big part of erosion that's going to fall off. And this year there's a place called Herschel Island where we go geese hunting and picking eggs. And there's a researcher that's been there for 15 years. Said this year is the most they've ever seen erosion. It was 15 meters. And you think about it, and 15 meters is a lot. And that island's going to erode each year. And this tides are getting higher and higher. We don't get big tides, but now they're getting like 5-6 feet. And there's a dock beside a tuck. I was there and I driving up my uncle and I said that tides getting high is like, I used to never ever see it like that as a kid. And he said even when they went around the Tuck Peninsula, they said they had to watch where they docked the boat because the boat could be right out of water in the morning and we're not used to that. Yeah.
Thanks, Dang Dang. And I'll maybe just ask one more question before we let the folks in Polytech offer a closing. Look, Darnley Bay Marine Protected Area is spoken of as the first marine protected area to have its primary objective based around Inuit traditional knowledge and traditional practices. So I'm just wondering if you could tell us a little more about what that means, how it came to be, and what it looks like for you on the ground.
What was the question? On traditional knowledge?
I think how's traditional knowledge shaped the production?
The marine protected area, how traditional knowledge was really important part of the negotiations. Without traditional knowledge, I don't think the park would have been created. Tradition, knowledge is everything up here now. We listen to our elders talk about how things used to be back then and how it is now. It's a change that you're adopting to it.
Traditional knowledge must have been important when you discussed the size of the park and
Yes,
or the size of the
yes.
protected area and where it would go.
Yes,
For example.
it was pretty important.
Okay, well, thanks so much, everybody. And oh, sir, we do have one more question from the audience before we invite you to just close.
Hi, I just wanted to ask, what do you think are going to be the first changes that we're going to witness with this new marine protected area?
So what are going to be the first changes for the as a result of the marine protected area?
First,
What kind of changes will you see because there's a protected area?
I don't know if there will be any big changes. I think it'll go on just the way it is right now. The reason we asked for a marine protected area was that there was explorations going on, and we wanted to make sure that the areas were protected.
What kind of explorations?
The gas and oil explorations that was happening out there. Who knows? Now they're talking about big tanker ships going by and all that stuff. So we figured if we can establish a marine protected area, we'd have help from the government to control these things.
Okay. Thanks so much, Noel, and thanks so much, everyone in Polituck. I'd love to invite you to just close out our conversation as our session here at the Impact 4 conference comes to an end. If you'd like to share any closing words or closing message with our people here.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure talking with you guys, and it's too bad we couldn't go face to face. It would have been a lot better. I'd be able to hear better on your questions. Right now, I've got a bad hearing problem, and I hope I answered all your questions that you wanted to know.
That's great. Thank you very much. And maybe we can get a round of applause for Noel and Jeff and Mark and all the folks on Canada C3 and Polituck.
Just before we close, you guys, I just wanted to say on behalf of Jeff has had to rush off. There's lots of activity going on here right now. Thank you all for listening. A big thanks to Noel for representing this wonderful initiative going on right now. Please follow the rest of this voyage. There's still about a third of the voyage left. You can follow us on the internet at Canada C3. There's lots being posted there. So lovely talking to you all.
Thank you.
Yes, it was nice talking to you all also. You guys have a good conference, and hopefully I'll hear about the things that's happening down there. Thank you.